أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم ولتكن منكم أمة يدعون إلى الخير ويأمرون بالمعروف وينهون عن المنكر وأولئك هم المفلحون.
Our host today, and I've missed him out for a lot, from Ashaadibi, brother Shaykh Arshe. He is from the Somali community. A lot of this has been spoken about the Bengali community, but Sheikh Ahmed, I'm sure you see other communities and you see other parents. What has been your experience and what has been the experience of Ashaadibi? Can I just ask you to briefly explain here?
Shakala khair, brother and Hassan. Basically, we had similar experience in like the other mosques and other communities. And I think it was like a year ago, we received an email from the Tower Hamlets Council when the framework was introduced by the government, and they asked us to arrange a meeting with the Somali parents. Unfortunately, we were able to do this on last January 2020 before the coronavirus started. And that meeting was between the Somali parents and the head of the Health Lives, Kate Smith, as you guys mentioned before, in order for the parents to have face-to-face consultation and raise some of their concerns. We had over 2,000 parents attended the meeting. But unfortunately, Kate, she read out the guidelines, which was already parents already knew and they were aware of it. But unfortunately, what the parents wanted was consultation. They wanted to have a discussion, open discussion about the issue and raise and ask some of the questions. But unfortunately, the feedback we got from the parents, they were really frustrated how genuine important questions from the parents were not answered, which added more frustration and confusion to the situation, which already some of the brothers mentioned and sisters. Furthermore, parents were expecting an open discussion, but any questions or attempt to make any suggestions was rejected by her. Also, parents are concerned with the information that we're receiving from the parents, especially the Somali community, with the lack of consultation regarding the RSE and how consultation is being conducted in the Tower Hamlet schools. This was mentioned by some of the brothers as well. So this is a big issue that when the parents, they go to the school, they're being told this is from the council. And when they go to the council, it's the opposite and vice versa. They're telling this is from the schools. It's up to the schools to basically implement these rules. But what the parents, they want to know is whether they're allowed to have a say. They want to have a say. They want to say something about this. They want to say whether this is age appropriate, whether this is a religious views appropriate, whether they're allowed to teach their children. And some of the brothers even mentioned how you're supposed to even address these issues to the children as young as 5. You know, see, this is even going to cause more issues than going to do any good. Because when you teach children as young as 5 and 7 and 8, when they hear these things and these names that we mentioned, I don't even want to say it, they want to research this. They want to go to the internet and research this. So what good are you bringing to these children? You're supposed to be safeguarding the children. You're supposed to be protecting them. But you're actually you're exposing them to more harm at that age. So the parents want to know whether they're entitled for consultation prior to implementation of the RSE framework. As some of the brothers already mentioned, that they are allowed to have a say and they should have a consultation with their schools. And also, this was, I think, has been mentioned before, but to make one thing clear, that parents have no problem with the DFE framework, which was set by the government. They feel that, but the following must be taken into consideration. Number one, the document published by the LB Tower Hamlets RSE framework and policy advice has no legal standing. The parents need to understand this. The LBHD framework, which was the position of the Tower Hamlets Council, has no legal standing. And the schools also have statutory and duty to consult with parents as they are an important stakeholder before introducing any policy. The schools also must take into consideration age, religious background of all peoples to ensure their teaching is appropriate. And all schools are required to write their own policy regarding RSE curriculum in accordance with the law and DFE guidelines. So I just want to say what I said basically in Somali, so the parents from the Somali community can also understand, inshallah. Yeah, shirka maanta wuxuu ku saabsan yahay wada garanaysaan hawshii baryahan jirtay ee sharciga jinsiyadka ciyaalka loo dhigayay iskuullada lagu dhigayay. So waxyaabaha la soo qabtay waxaa ka mid ah in lala kulmay sida gabadha u sharaysa Kate Smith iyo maayirka xaafadda labadaba lala kulmay arrintan loo bandhigay. Waxa kale oo la soo ogaaday sharciga muxuu inoo ogol yahay inaan ka hadalno maxaynu inagu as a parent inaan iskuulka tagno oo aan raise garano pointyadan maxaa laynooga ogol yahay. taana waa la sharcigu qoraya isagoo Soomaaliyana insha Allah waa la idin soo diray qofka u baahan una inoo qoran yahay sharcigaas waa la soo ogaaday garyaqaanadiina way joogaan. maanta wax kale inala jooga culimadii sida Abdul Qayyum jazakallahu khairan culimo badan bay inala joogta garyaqaano masaajido badan baa jooga from the Somali community, Bengali community and other communities as well. iyo dad badan oo aad ugu dhuun daloola arrinta RSE oo ah sharciga jinsiyadka iyo ciyaalka sida waxa loo barayo markay gaaraan qaan gaaraan iyo waxaas iyo dadka LGBT-ga ee dadkeena la degan. waxaan rajaynayaa in aad dhageysanaysaan waxyaabaha aan soo jeedinay sida dadka culimada ay ka hadleen iyo waxa aan soo jeedinayba. ciddii su'aal haysana insha Allah ha weydiiyaan marka su'aalaha la soo gaaro. waa mahadsantihiin. Jazakumullahu khairan. Thank you brother Masin. Inshallah you can take over.